Okay, let's start the demo now today. Yeah, hello everyone, good morning. So hope some of you guys already attended yesterday demo, and so today also we have again a demo or like with a brief introduction about Salesforce. And I know like yesterday so we have a very short period. Now like today so we'll discuss in brief about what is the Salesforce, what are the things involved in the Salesforce and everything. Okay. Let's start before starting the class. Guys, have any questions or any doubts? Okay. Uh, if not, we'll continue. And let me introduction to Salesforce. Basically, Salesforce is it's a cloud-based technology where we can develop applications. So before taking up this Salesforce, so we need to talk the earlier technologies what we have. Uh, like uh, Initially, so to develop the software applications, we used to have mainframes like mid of our 20th century platforms. We have mainframes. Basically, mainframes is coming from like IBM, like where they're using to build applications. It's a kind of a command-based prompts after that, we have after a late 20th century, we have a client server applications like Oracle, Sibyl, PeopleSoft, SAP, Microsoft. So there are client server based. It means like where we can develop applications. We need to host a server in that client place, and we can manage the things and to develop the applications. After that, so we have a CRM comes into the picture. Uh, CRM, I can say it's customer relationship management. Basically, if you take if you take any business, there's a majorly three parts we have. So we have majorly three parts. One is manufacturing, and the second one is selling, and the third one is a service. So if you take any business, whether it is a laptop or refrigerator, AC, phone, or whatever it is, so these are the three main things involved in any business. So Salesforce got this point, and keep in mind they introduce not only Salesforce, there are so many other SAP or Sibyl or Microsoft where they introduce is a CRM, customer relationship management. So in the apart from that, Salesforce introduces a cloud computing on cloud basis. What I mean to say is so we need to we have to implement an application. We can develop an application, but no need to have hosted a server in our local machine, our local offices. For example, if you have already running a business in your office from your office, okay. For example, somewhere somehow you went to some other country. Now you want to access your data. So is it possible to access the in a traditional system? No, because those servers are hosted in their office, so they cannot pull up the data from the other places. Now here, if you take the cloud computing, that the data will be stored in the cloud on cloud, so we can access the data from anywhere. So that's the best part here on the cloud computing. We can access from anywhere. So just we need a good internet connection. That is enough for that. Okay. Uh, till now, any questions? Any questions, guys? If not, okay. Now let's dig into the Salesforce. What are the advantages of the Salesforce, and what are the features provided by Salesforce? As I said yesterday, Salesforce is providing three types of services. One is SaaS, SaaS, software as a service, and IaaS, infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure is nothing but here database, and PaaS, that is nothing but platform as a service. These are the three services provided by Salesforce on a rental basis. No need to purchase the entire thing, or we need to provide like get the on-demand rental basis. So that whenever you don't want to like use those systems, you can give it back to Salesforce. So no, don't like no need to waste of money and everything. And coming to the application build, like basically, uh, uh, so to build applications like if you take any applications, we need to install the software in our local machines, and we need to we need to purchase some server in our like some sort of SQL or MySQL, all the things we have to buy. And here, if you take the Salesforce, no need to install anything in our local machines. Just we have to open a browser and we can start developing the application. We have a lot like we have a username and password login credentials for the Salesforce, where you can log in and you can start developing the applications. Let me show you that. Let me share my screen. Hope you're able to see my screen right now. So Salesforce provides one URL to log into the system. That is login.salesforce.com. This is the place where we can log into the system. This the URL is login.salesforce.com. So from here we have to log into the system, and we can they provide Salesforce provides some demo org also. We can create some demo org. I'll show you the how to create a demo org, from where we can start building the applications and start using the features. So we have lots of features in Salesforce, predefined features. Basically, let me show you that. Once you log into the system, and Salesforce introduces two like front ends. Like front end means in the sense UA. What you are seeing in the screen, that is a UA. We can call it as. Salesforce introduces two things. Like one is a classic version, and another one is a lightning version. So earlier, people used to have a Salesforce classic version. Now, like everyone is using lightning. So even some of the clients also using a Salesforce classic. So both, so as per the business requirements and as per their needs, so they can use Salesforce Classic or Lightning. The Salesforce Classic or Lightning, basically the difference is look and feel only. There is no difference in the features. There is no difference in the functionality and nothing. It's just like look and feel. If you see here, this I can say it's a classic, Lightning version. And if you go to this here, don't worry about it. I'll tell you again all these things. I just want to show you the things. So it's a classic. This is the classic version, right? So both are same, but it's a look and feel and colors, everything is different. And just show the options. If you see the left hand side corner, if you see here, there's a lot of options here. Salesforce provides a lot of options. Why? Because Salesforce wants to reduce the coding. So for that, they provide out-of-box functionality, like inbuilt functionality. Everything they will give inbuilt functionality. So most of the applications we can achieve through this inbuilt functionalities, inbuilt options. So up to 60 to 70% of the applications. After that, if you want to build beyond these features, we can go with the customization. It's nothing but a coding. There's lots of features we have. So any questions, guys? Anyone, any questions? Okay. Now, in the period of our course, so like we'll be discussing about, as I said, like yesterday, like we have three main parts. Like the one is configuration, and administration, and customization. So the configuration means like, so what we discussed is in our classes and later classes. So like what are the predefined functionalities which is provided by the Salesforce? Like basically Salesforce provides some pre-built functionalities, but everyone has their own business, right? Someone business is different than my business. Like they're having a different businesses, but Salesforce provides a set of options, pre-built options, which we need to configure as per our requirements, as per our business. We need to configure. So that comes under the configuration. They provide some objects or fields. There is some terminology. So I'll talk to you later that terminology. That is a purely technical. So they provide some inbuilt functionalities so that we can configure as per our business needs. That is the first thing. And administration. So and moreover on the configuration, there is no like point of coding. There is no coding here. And the second one is administrative permissions. So administrative permissions, this is also related to the like permissions. I can say like for example, if you take any business, in the business there is some hierarchy. Like hierarchy in the sense, I can say like we have different peoples like manager, senior manager, CEO, sales rep, senior manager. Like every business, they have a different roles, different peoples we have. So as per their role, we are providing the application access, and that can be controlled under administrative permissions. So that comes under administration. Not only this one, we have is the part of that, and we have so many other things that we'll discuss later. So that is an administrative part. And the final one is customization. So basically the customization is like, what are the things provided by the Salesforce if you want to build beyond that field, beyond that futures. So we can use the customization. The customization is not like it's purely coding. We have to build the page, or like what are the front end, or what are the back end, whatever it is. Like we have to build our own things. We have to write a piece of code to get the things done. Okay, so we are not using any features from Salesforce, or we can build any everything using customization. Like I can say customization, like, so there is some features which is given by Salesforce, that is we can call it as a configuration and administration. And if the features doesn't give by Salesforce, that we can implement by using the customization, like coding. This customization comes under like the development, integrations, lightning, and everything. What are the things we have to write a code? All the things are involved in that. That is a part of like a development. The development, like we have it looks like the backend, like using Apex language. It looks like a Java. Like it's not a complete Java. It's like a OOPS concepts. The syntaxes will be like a core Java. So I'll tell you from the scratch for that. No worry about that. And for the front end, if it's in the classic, like we have a Visualforce language. So Visualforce language, like it's look like HTML. So the similarly, HTML is having a start tag and end tag. Like similarly, we have a Visualforce pages. And for the Lightning experience, we can have Aura framework. Aura, that is a different framework we have. We need to learn. So I'll teach you that those things as well. Don't worry about that. If you have any issue, that is fine. If you don't have any that knowledge, so no worry about that. I'll teach that. So these are the things involved in that development area. Any questions, guys? And okay, now, so like yesterday, someone asked me like, so what are the things we discussed in the development area? Like in the development, maybe you don't understand, or like someone don't have a Salesforce knowledge. Maybe you don't have understand like what I said now. But like just keep listening. Like means I'm saying that what are the topics involved in that development part? like we have queries, basically SOQL queries we have, like similar to the SQL queries. Like queries is nothing but to retrieve the data from the database. That for that we are using queries. We are calling it as SOQL queries, and collections, triggers, batch apex, schedule apex, integrations, and handlers, email handlers. All these things we are covered under the customization. And for the entire course, so like every end of the week, so we are providing FAQs and some material also regarding the topics. And it's not a handwriting material, and I will provide you that with all the examples what we discussed on the class, so that we have on the material with example, all the examples. And every end of the topic, so we may have some sessions it's a kind of a micro project kind of thing, where we're giving some tasks related to the topics, and we'll give 1 or 2 days time, depends on the topic. And it's a kind of a mock test kind of things. And end of the course, we have what we can say, certification, I can say support, certificate support also. Basically nowadays everyone is asking certifications. We have multiple certifications. If you're trying trying on admin positions, you need a admin certification. If you'll be a developer, we have a developer certification and advanced developer certification, advanced admin certification. There's multiple certifications, so it depends on our requirements. So we can take a certifications. We'll provide dumps and as well as support for that. And if you guys are please let me know if you have any questions. Any questions, guys? If not, we will I'll show you how to create a demo org in Salesforce. To a demo org will help you to practice the sessions like what we discussed on the class. So the demo org is like a look and feel like it's same like a actual licensed version. Even though while doing the sessions, I'll open the sandbox. Sandbox is nothing but it's a licensed version. Generally, if you create a one trailer, that is trail. We can call it as a trail org or trail edition. And if you purchase a license from Salesforce organization, that is we can have a licensed version. Any licensed version we can call it as a sandbox. I'll show you the real-time sandbox as well now. Not now, whenever needed. If you want, I will show you that as well. And I'll provide the scenarios, or what are the real-time scenarios we have on the real-time orgs and real-time projects. Is it my voice is clear for everyone? Are you guys able to hear me? Okay, let me show you the how to create a demo org, so that we can quickly start from tomorrow classes immediately. So to create a demo org, we have 2 ways to create a demo orgs. And guys, I'm fast or I am slow, please let me know so that I can change accordingly. And if you have any questions, directly, or you can ping me directly. No issues. To create any demo org, we can have 2 ways. So we can have 2 ways. One is the URL login.salesforce.com. This is the one URL we have. So here, try for free. There is a button under this. There is a try for free. From here, click on it. So you can give the first name, last name, and everything here. So the another way is we can have the URL like developer.post.com, developer.salesforce.com. Here, this is the URL, developer.salesforce.com. From here also, there is a sign up button on the right top corner. There is a sign up button. So here, from here also we can create, from here also we can create, but the difference is the features and function, they all are same, but the lock-in period means if you create a like trailer from developer.salesforce.com, it will never expire. It will never expire. If you create a trailer from login.salesforce.com, it will expire in a 30 days. So better to have a trailer from developer.salesforce.com. Clear? Is this clear? Any questions? Any questions, guys? Okay, from here, click on sign up. So give me some details. And here you can give the role as like some developer. And if you have a company, like give some any company name, that is never an issue. Like, and it's India. And the username should be like this: your name @something.com, like a Gmail. So whatever it is, like abc@xyz.com, whatever it is, like there should be @ and .com. So this is the URL format, sorry, username format, like this. Okay, sign me up. So it will send an email to your email. So like to reset the password and everything. Let me reset my password. And once I reset the password, I'll share this username and password to everyone, so that when we're doing the classes later, like if you have any doubts, you can open that org and you can check it. Or else we have anyway, we have a recording as well. So if you have any doubts, you can. One second, guys. This is how it looks like an email sent or to your email ID. So this is the username, and this is the URL. So like verify account, click on verify account. So it will ask you to set a password. So it cannot equal to container username. Okay, just reset the password, close this. Now coming back to here, now we have created a username and we created a password. So from the next time onwards, when you try to log into the system, we used to have the URL login.salesforce.com. Even though we create like a trailer from developer.salesforce.com or login.salesforce.com, anything, so we have to log in into system using login.salesforce.com after creating the trailer. Clear? This is the username and password. Shit. Okay, I need to open. We'll send a verification code. This is the one. Verify. Sorry. Now we have logged into the system. So this is how it looks like initially. So this is the by default it's logged into that Salesforce Lightning. So we can use anything, whether it is a Salesforce Lightning. Someone is comfortable with Salesforce Lightning, someone is comfortable with Salesforce Classic. So it depends on their comfort like we can use. If you want to switch to Classic, so on the right top corner there is a symbol here. Click on that. So there is an option here, switch to Salesforce Classic. You can click on it. Now this is Classic experience. Now we just created this trial org, right? We just created this trial org from developer.salesforce.com. And let me show you how we can have a licensed version. How licensed version look like. Let me open my company sandbox. It's a licensed version from like Salesforce. This is save to classic, sorry, lightning, and we can switch to classic. If you see here, this is the license version and this is our trailer. If you find any difference, this is the license version and this is the trail version. So how we can find which one is the license version and which one is a trailer here is, this is the license version. On the right top corner, here they can mention sandbox, means it's a licensed version. Trust me, no one, no any other institute or no any other faculty like will open a real-time orgs like this. You can check anyone because they have so many restrictions. So no one can show you the real-time orgs. So this is the real-time org where we can develop applications. So here we implemented some customization like coding, administrative things and everything here. I'll show you day-to-day activities like, so what are the things we we did in the projects and what kind of tasks we have implemented and what are the tools we are using to get the requirements and how we can deploy the things from one sandbox to another sandbox. We have different sandboxes like this. I'll show you the day-to-day. And any questions that till now? Any questions? And our Salesforce has generally, basically, Salesforce has multiple clouds. Even under the Salesforce, we have under the umbrella, we have a multiple things like Sales Cloud or Service Cloud, Marketing Cloud, Health Cloud, Einstein. There are different clouds. So it depends on our business. We can choose for example, I have a business that is for sales. Now I choose sales from Salesforce, sales cloud license. And I have a service business. I need to buy a service cloud license from Salesforce. Depends on the business, like they'll buy a sales cloud or service cloud or marketing cloud, whatever it is. Most of the companies, they buy sales and service clouds. If it depends on the license, they can have the futures. If it is a sales cloud license, they have a sales futures. If it is a service cloud, it's a service cloud futures. Different depends on the licenses. And for every Salesforce, we have different editions. Edition in the sense, sorry, excuse me. We have different editions. So edition is nothing but it's based on the limits. Like it's a professional edition, unlimited edition, and developer edition. Like for example, if you take the developer edition, we have limits, storage limits, development limits, everything, user limits. If you take the professional edition, we have a more number of limits as compared to developer edition. If you take the unlimited edition, we have a more limits than professional edition. So it's a part of calculations like storage limit and development efforts, everything. So again, that depends on the business. For example, if I have a business, I have 1,000 employees, so that I need to take a unlimited edition. If I have only 10 employees, I need to take a developer edition. That is enough for my business. So it depends on their business capability. They can choose the edition on Salesforce. And the beauty of Salesforce is for every year, Salesforce Salesforce is having 3 releases: spring, summer. Sorry, just a minute. Yeah. So for every year, Salesforce provides 3 releases: spring, summer, and winter. So these are the 3 releases. They provide some new features every year. They provide 3 releases, and every release they have some new features introducing. 3 new features. It may be some 1 or 2 features, or it may be a bulk features. So it depends on that. And the thing here is those features will automatically involve in the project. No need to adopt the features or not. If you want to adopt, you can manually adopt, or else we have options that will automatically push those features into our application. So that the releases we have. And any questions? Anyone, any questions? And some, I think, I can say some days, around 1 week, and maybe 5 to 7 days, the classes will be slow because you have to familiar with the terminology and UA. Maybe you guys are working on different streams, like different technologies other than Salesforce. So you need to have to familiar with the Salesforce terminology and the user interface and everything. So then we'll speed up the classes. Initially, I'll go with I'll go with the slow mode so that once you are able to get these things, we can speed up the classes. And moreover, if you guys have been missing missed any classes in between the week, so we have a one-to-one classes on the weekend, Saturday or Sunday, depends on that. So we can we can discuss on that. Like, for example, someone is missing someone missed due to some emergency, and they are not able to attend the class. So that topic they can note it down, and so they can bring it up on Saturday or Sunday weekends, so that we will discuss. Any questions, guys? Any questions? What it's related to technical or non-technical? It's related to Salesforce or non-Salesforce? It's related to the placement. It's related to the certifications. It's related to the topics. Whatever the question it is, you can ask me.
Sir, in the learning period, we need a laptop, sir?
Obviously, we need a laptop, because it's a on cloud basis. Because I can say 100%, we have a daily 1 hour class, but we need to practice that 1 hour class a minimum of 3 to 4 hours. So then only we can able to do that, because so we have to get that. There is I show you, right? There is a lot of options. We need to have that on our fingertips. Then only we can able to crack the interviews and everything. Definitely we need to practice a daily 3 to 4 hours.
After this learning, after this course complete, what is the placement criteria, sir?
That definitely nowadays in the market, Salesforce has a lot of options, lot of openings in the current market. Not only in the small organizations like Cognizant, IBM, Capgemini, a lot of Infosys. So they are providing even good packages also, and the placement point of view, we can you can discuss with Nagesh sir. He'll guide you on that, but definitely for sure. So we'll support. Okay. Any questions? Even if you have those if you have any a language constraint also, you can tell me so I'm familiar with Telugu, English. You can ask in any language if you are comfortable with any language for asking the questions. No issues.
So we would be practicing in demo version, right? Like
Right.
the version you are showing.
Right.
But there's a difference between demo version and the version you use at your organization, right?
Yeah, difference means there is no difference on the functionality wise. There's a difference in the limits. Let me show you small things.
Okay.
Like here, this is the demo org, right? Company. This is the company information. This is the demo org we created.
Okay.
If you see here, this is the some licenses or some limits. I can say some limits in the company here. See, the options are same everywhere.
Okay.
If you see here, there is a large number of limits. If you see here, there is very less limits. There's a limit wise, it's very small. Like it's a anyway, it's a demo org, so they provide very less limits. Very less limits. It's just
Permissions are very less.
yes. Not only permissions, the every data storage limits and everything.
Okay, sure. Okay.
If you see here, this is a data space, 286 KB.
Okay.
They give. If it is a licensed version, it's see
1.40.
KB. So that is where there's a difference. The functionality wise, the options wise, futures wise, there is no difference. It's a difference only about the limits.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
And anyway, we have a production also. Like there is a production also. Production is nothing but a live business. So how the business using, like as of now, I don't want to open that. I'll show you. Like definitely, I'll show you in the like while doing our course in between
Okay.
wherever required.
Okay.
Any other questions, guys?
So all the modules would be taking same time, or depend on the severity or the level of understanding?
Yeah. Depends on the that depends on the topic size and the futures. Like there is some futures in the development like triggers. It will take 2 to 3 days. So there is a concept of like batch batch. It will take 1 day. Like depends on the like topic. So we'll continue the classes, like teaching classes.
Sure. Okay.
So pinging me, yeah, this was fine. Any other questions from anyone? Don't hesitate to ask me. Like, feel free to ask me anything. We need a minimum 3 years of work experience. So if basically like in the current market, like from 2 to 8 years, so like we have a lot of openings. For example, if you're trying on Salesforce and if you have a gap of like after completion of your education, if there is a gap, you want to put some experience and you can go to the like Salesforce, definitely yes. So we can help you to on that, and like there is a lot of options on that as well. Only the thing is like less than a year, we just came out from the like passed out year, just year now, like less than 1 year experience. So for those candidates it will be difficult to get the job in Salesforce. But apart from that, otherwise like the other people there is a lot of openings outside the market. Any other questions, guys? Yeah, if not, also we can wind up, and also from tomorrow onwards, so we'll start the actual classes. For daily, we have a 1 hour class. Sometimes the class will end at 40 minutes, or sometimes we class at 1 hour 10 minutes, depends on the topic. So we can have like a 10 minutes in and out. And for every day we have as I said, like every end of the week, we are providing some questions and everything, and test training sessions also. Yeah, that's all from my end. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Okay, if not, thank you guys. Thank you everyone. We'll catch you tomorrow. Okay, someone ping me. Okay, yeah. Thank you everyone. Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
And one more thing, like so at the end of the day, like we'll provide the like a sharing class screen sharing session. So you can refer those screen sharing as well also while doing the practice.
Okay.
Thank you everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you.